Hey guys, so we're here to talk about The Amazing Race. This was a episode. They're all been good. It was good. I was okay with how it all worked out, like personally.
Yeah. If you asked me in the beginning of the episode, I would have been like, this is a little, I don't know how I feel. Well, let's just get out of the way. This was an elimination leg, despite the little maybe eliminated thrown in there.
Why are you lying?
Akbar and Sherry ended up getting eliminated. Not disappointed.
Listen, I was just glad it was okay. So I was like, if they go, it needs to be because he fucks up.
Yeah.
Because
and it made it so much more satisfying.
Well, because I was like, I don't mind her. I don't really like him. I don't like the way he talks to her. And I feel like he's just not understanding that, like, it's not always that fucking easy.
Yeah.
And he got a taste of his own medicine. But then he also, like, did it, like, he was like, I mean, when you leave it all out there, that's all I meant. Stop, bitch, that's not what you would have been saying if it was your wife's fucking fault. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
it would have been like, I mean, you know, I did my best. Like, anyway.
Like, so proud of him. He did everything. And she's dead serious.
I just think this is my least favorite team of the teams that are left.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily a disappointment that they're gone. It's not to say that they're bad people. It's just I didn't like their chemistry. And sometimes they just have bad chemistry.
Their chemistry.
So
what is it? Justice for Sherry. That was
Justice for Sherry.
Yes, justice. #justice for Sherry.
And I think it's interesting in that even with like them constantly slowing down, like in the running portions, they're still able to, had he not slowed down in the river part, they would have probably not, they second or third to last, which isn't terrible for not running where everyone else is pretty much running in between legs. So I don't know. Let's break down this episode. So they're in this island. I
just think it's so funny that we're both like, we're on the same fucking page with that.
It's because it was, the edit was making it seem like Ryan and Dusty were about to just like go, and I was gonna be so mad because we're coming off a non-elimination leg. And again, I don't hate Arun and Natalia, but it's like for them to have been saved and then Ryan and Dusty possibly being eliminated this episode, I was livid.
I was like, no, that's on bullshit. Like, what?
Okay,
because like you kind of got the vibe they're going to be eliminated, but pretty quickly they turned it around.
Yeah, and we'll get to.
It's gonna be fine.
We'll get to, you know.
Made it seem like it was so much worse.
Yeah, we're in France. Corsica, it's some island off of France, one of the 18 regions I guess France owns. You know, France is doing France stuff.
We're doing, I don't know, never been there.
So Lulu and Lala and Ryan and Dusty are the first ones to depart.
Lala are like, oh, he says he knows how to make cheese, we'll follow him.
Yeah, so the detour is either say cheese or mule please. And immediately I was on board with everyone else in the episode. I was like, you don't know how the mule's gonna react, like better just to like do something that's cooking, you'll know how to do it, whatever.
What if the animal attacks you? Scotty's all getting dramatic.
But then once I saw both of them, I was like, the mule is way quicker. I don't know why they didn't do that. Like, anyway,
fucking just were like, let's go.
I know they literally, the whole like detour for the mule is just to saddle it, put the two like containers of milk and then walk it down a hill. Versus the cheese one, you gotta like mix the curds and you gotta like strain it out and you gotta like do all this temperature stuff. And like, even if you got it right the first time, it was taking them, a long time. Speaking of which, Ryan and Dusty. Okay, so Dusty's like, guys, I've made cheese before. I got the cheese knowledge. So I'm like, they're about to blow it out of the water, right?
Good ass cheese.
And then he's like, okay, but like, we gotta like turn it down at like this time because like blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, that's not what they said.
He's like, no, I'm a cheese guy. I'm the guy.
He's like, guys, I've made cheese before. And then pretty quickly I was like, oh, he's gonna like over fixate on doing it right and it's gonna mess them up, which is what happened. They were the last team to finish.
He was like, should we go? Should we go? Should we go? I don't know. And
that was another thing.
Just stick to it. And he's like, no, turn it down, turn it up. He's like, yeah, you're fucking this up.
The contemplation happened like right at the beginning because Dusty was like, okay, like this is gonna take a while. Like, do you want to just switch to do the other one? And they were like, well, let's just stick with this. Then we have Kim and Penn and Raquel and Kayla choose to do the mule. And we see that they finish before everyone else.
Look quick. Like they're like, are they done? Oh shit. Is this even hot?
Then so then all the other teams start showing up and Ryan and Dusty are still there. Lulu and Lala end up finishing. Aruna and Natalia end up finishing. Ryan and Dusty are still there. And at this point, they are just like, should we switch? And I'm like, why are we doing this conversation 40 minutes into the cheese fucking competition? Like, I feel, okay, again, we know that they don't get eliminated and they end up coming back pretty well from this. However, wouldn't you have made that decision like once you started seeing like 2-3 teams leaving?
Yeah.
I don't know. So anyway, then let's see. So then the detours happen. We have Kim and Penn. Kim and Penn get to the roadblock first, and it's who wants to make a splash. You have to choose one of the teammates has to basically trek down like a river where you're hiking for some of it, you're zip lining for some of it, you're jumping in the water and like swimming for parts of it. It looked really fun.
It looked hella fun.
It didn't look complicated in the sense of like, I feel like you just kind of have to do it. Like there wasn't really like, obviously Ryan ends up passing Akbar.
I say Akbar. Is it Akbar?
Akbar. I don't know.
You know what we mean. Trying. Sorry, I'm bad at names.
So Kim and Penn basically dominate this leg. They finish the mule detour first. They finish the roadblock first, and they get to the pit stop first. I just love this team. Kim and Penn are just like,
they're like goals. Like I just love them too.
Amazing parents, amazing like personalities to have on TV, and they're good at the game.
And I live for them. They're everything.
We get a little bit of controversy with team Lulu and Lala and Raquel and Kayla because
Kayla, it was Kayla, right? That did it?
It was, who did I think it was Kayla.
I'm pretty sure it was Kayla.
Oh no, it's Raquel. Lulu and Raquel do it together.
And tell me, this bitch dips. And I don't know if she just like didn't realize, like she really seemed like she didn't realize. They didn't say.
I don't think she did. It makes it funnier because they don't realize it.
Hi.
Yeah, so once Lulu and Raquel like end up finding the clue. So during the trek, you have to find a clue along the way. and everyone gets it. It's like hidden in like a little cavern.
Yeah.
And once they kind of find the clue, Raquel says, "Peace out," and just zooms on past Lulu. And Lulu's like, "The fuck?" So we help you out and then you just ditch us. And then when they get to the kayak part, which is right before the pit stop, Raquel and Kayla are like, "Hey, you made it." And Lulu and Lala are like, "Oh yeah, bitch. Now you want to say like, oh, hey, how are you?" It was just funny.
Also, you want to know what's funny is maybe they did know, because the Lulu and Lala brought their backpacks too, and the girl said hi to them, and they didn't say, "Oh, you need to go put those back in the car." They waited till they figured it out.
That's another thing I forgot is Lulu and Lala
did not read it.
Again, the overarching theme of Amazing Race is like, just not reading the clues. It says to leave your backpacks in the van, and they bring them all the way down to the kayaks before they realize they gotta go back. So
that slowed them down a lot.
Arun and Akbar end up entering the roadblock around the same time. At this point, Ryan and Dusty have switched over to do the mule. And they get it done really quickly. I didn't mention both detours require like huge containers of goat's milk. So it was either use it to make cheese or carry it down the mountain with the mule. I thought they were gonna have to ride the mule, but they just kind of used it to carry stuff.
Too. I thought that might be harder, but just like being like, "Here, let's go, bro." Like, I feel like it's not that bad.
Yeah. So Ryan basically like picks it up and starts, flying down this river. As soon as he gets there, his like guide that's with him, he's like, "So like, how fast are we gonna go? Can we go like faster?" And the guide's like, "Oh, fuck, okay."
He's like, "Yeah."
He's like, "Fuck, oh my God." So he ends up passing Akbar.
I hate when they do this. It's like a ghost walked in.
The door?
Yes.
My closet does that. It'll just like swing open and I'm like, "Can I help you?"
Annabelle, you good?
So Ryan ends up passing Akbar. And at this point, I mean, once they caught up and I saw that they were on their way, I'm like, they'll be able to pass them, because it's not just this roadblock, it's then also the kayaking to the pit stop. So I was like, they have plenty of time to make up.
And knowing their athletic ability, I wasn't too worried about the speed aspect.
Yeah, we get a little bit of a clip of Dusty talking about losing his father to or they didn't say it was to COVID, but like he lost his father in April.
And they film in September. They came back in September, right?
Yeah, so it was pretty recent. He just talks about how before he starts another leg of the race, he kind of, looks to his father to look over them. It was a really nice moment, I guess, coming off. They had finally like made up some time. And I'm sure he felt kind of not responsible, but like he felt like maybe I'm the one that kind of messed up.
I'm the cheese guy.
I'm the cheese guy. Then we have some more arguing from Lulu and Lala. They're the most, I think it's always the siblings that have the most tension. I think it's just like because siblings have, some tension sometimes, especially in a high stress situation.
Do you talk to yours on a daily basis? Do you talk to your siblings on a daily basis?
Not daily.
What I thought. See, so can you imagine being put in a position like that? Y'all don't even talk like that. You're like, who are you?
Like, well, it's just like also competitive stuff. Like it probably brings up stuff from like, remember when we played like this and then you did this, and then it's like, girl, we're on Amazing Race right now.
She's like, but that one time you pushed me off the couch and I broke my foot, I will never forgive you. The trust is gone. No, but like me and my brother always talk about like we would kill it if we just don't talk to each other. We just like focus.
Like a Danielle and Dick thing.
Literally, that's how it would work. And we would fucking murder it. And then we'd be like, ugh. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Never talk again. Like sometimes there's just those relationships that are very good for one specific thing only.
Yeah, that's classic Dick and Danielle. Then we get,
which one am I, Dick or Danielle? Don't lie. If it's me and Nick, who's Dick? Who's Danielle?
I feel like you'd be Dick.
Me too. At least I won. Bitch.
I feel like I forget Danielle got second.
I hate you.
I don't know. Anyway, we have Kim and Penn arrive first. They win $5,000 each. You know,
Scotty's like, just whatever, they could take it on their trip to the whatever you thought was
Cod.
Yeah. The cod.
Raquel and Kayla come in second, which was kind of shocking, but not.
Lulu and Lala are like, yeah, whatever. Bitch. They're like, oh my god, we did it. They're like,
Ryan and Dusty have a fun moment of coming in third because they come in right behind Raquel and Kayla. And there's a funny moment when they take off their life jackets and then Raquel and Kayla are in the background just being like, oh, they're just like stripping.
they're like, oh, they just want to show off their abs. And Phil's like, yeah, I guess. And they're just like,
all right.
You know, like when you see guys in the gym and they're like lifting, the ones that are like super into it, and they'll just be like,
it's like a little like too intense. Like you want to take a step back for a second.
So they say that like if you're really powerlifting, like you just gotta let it out and just put all your energy into it. I'm like, I think they took it too literally. Like they're literally pants. You have to get parts.
Arun and Natalia don't come in last. So Lulu and Lala.
I fucking looked you in the eye, man. She's like, we looked you in the eye. If I was Phil, I'd be like, don't look at me. Don't fucking look at me. You're still second to last. It wasn't that much of an improvement.
I like how excited they are though about like coming in. What is it? Fourth.
I'm just like in a mood. I'm tired. I think I'm just talking shit. I like them. I don't mean it like that.
Yeah, Lulu and Lala come in last, and then, or technically second to last.
Yeah, it's not last. Last day out.
And then Akbar and Sherry get eliminated. Like, I don't know. I get a different vibe. Like, I feel like they should have been on a different season because it's just not matching the energy of all the other teams.
Well, and I just like, I love Sherry and I just want to take her away from him. Can you get away from that main man? You're coming with me. Like, I really don't like how it comes across on TV.
Because I enjoyed them like doing interviews and then like they would be in the race and I'm like, I don't know. So
like, I don't know, have you heard of verbal abuse? Because I feel like you're abusive.
The communication is not there. So, or maybe it's a little too much there. Like it's a little too communicative. So Raquel and Kayla and Kim and Penn end up getting in the first departure. We are headed to, where are we headed to?
I thought this is when they headed to the island. I don't know. It's a mystery. They don't tell us.
I think it might be somewhere in the Mediterranean, just based off of how it looked.
But they didn't tell us. Remember, that's what it was.
I don't think they told us. I think I may have seen that it was like Greece or something.
Jelly.
Something like that. But obviously they have to stay within like, you know, wherever they are right now. And I'm sure the European countries, I'm sure they're going to
something
just because of COVID.
Yeah. Well, they're on their own like jet.
Yeah. So that was kind of nice.
I was like, they still all sat next to each other in the middle of the plane when there's hella space. Like if we are doing COVID, like I know we're on a plane, but like we should probably
but you
still,
know,
like,
they're probably getting tested like every like 5
no,
minutes.
I know, but I'm saying like for, you know, looks, it's still gotta look like politically correct, you know, like extra.
Well, I think they might have done that just for filming, so they could be like, hey, can you all be in like the same shot, so it's not like, hey, Akbar back there, like, you know, all the way in the back of the cabin.
That's true.
So I'm excited. It looks a little, I'm a little nervous because once again, we have Ryan and Dusty look like they start sinking in their boat that's made of like plastic. I don't know. It was weird.
And then they decide to hold it over their heads, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm like, how would you have to like wait for all the water to dump out before you can get back in, but I don't know. They look like they were the only ones doing it. And there was another, what was the other one that they were doing? Like every other team was doing something. We'll find out.
I can't out either.
I can't remember.
Also watched 2 episodes of Celebrity Big Brother, so we're a little jambled,
Yeah,
jingled.
it's been 3 episodes in the past like 24 hours. So that is this episode of Amazing Race, episode 6. We were in France, specifically an island called Corsica. We will be back next week on Wednesday for the Amazing Race, and also look forward to 2 new episodes for Celebrity Big Brother, which I'm loving so far. I did not think I was gonna like it.
We'll be back. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're gonna go talk about it. Thank you.